what happens when the company introduces a new policy or a new standard that the production service should not have memory size more than 16 GB. Now we must consider this policy applies not only to the future service request, we also want to identify any past requests, that is the existing VMs that violate this new policy. Okay, so now let's see how HCMX helps to identify those VMs and then remediate with appropriate action, as well as enforce this new policy to future requests as well. So let's start with identifying all existing resources that violate the new policy requirements. And for this example, let's say the size of the VMs. Every subscription detail which is considered as configuration item will be getting automatically stored in the HCMX inbuilt UCMDB database. Now to get the list of all the VMs, the configuration management system can help identify the list of VMs along with other configuration properties like, for example, memory size, CPU, IP address, network, and so on. The admin can create a simple policy which can help identify the list of VMs that are greater than 16 GB. There are, of course, number of policies that the admin can add based on the number of conditions, and along with that, it can be categorized across different scenarios. But here we will only be using this simple example. So David wants to identify the list of VMs which are Unix and having memory size greater than 16 GB. So the condition can be added like I explained. And this can be also, this can also bring the instance. So this report gives David the information about the list of VMs which are non-compliant, as you see here. There are 3 VMs, as you see, which are having memory size greater than 16 GB. So David can simply download this file either in the CSV format or Excel or PDF as the product allows, and then share it with the appropriate teams to ensure the remediation process. So on top of that, HCMX can also allow the user to create a widget which helps them to identify the complaints and the non-compliance items. So here is the sample widget which explains the list of compliance item and non-compliance item. And along with that, while creating a compliance report, the admin can add any number of policies based on the applied use case here. But this is not enough, right? Because next time when Shweta comes into the request for a service, the system should not allow Shweta to select more than 16 GB. And that's the policy. And now let's see how system enforces that policy in a simple way, in an automated fashion. So David can simply add a policy from the agent interface by going into the respective offering. And here, as you see, there are a number of rules which are already defined to enforce governance. For demo purpose, I just pre-created and enabling it now. Okay, so now if Shweta goes and requests for the same service, the system should not allow Shweta to select more than 16 GB. And let's see what happens. Shweta is requesting 18 GB again, and let's see how the system reacts. Okay, there is an alert. And after a new input, this time it goes through, as you see, the request went through. So yeah, so this explains how simply HCMX can help implement a closed loop control process. It also proactively identify the list of inputs that are non-compliance and validate against the policies and prevent the use to enter any non-compliance input for future request also.